Tonight on News 3 New Mexico, two local teachers tell a story of inner happiness.
Expect this weekend? Find out in my full weather forecast.
And we also have local sports highlights. News 3 New Mexico starts right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Good evening and welcome to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Landry Senna. The Clovis Police Department identified a suspect in connection to the double homicide that took place Wednesday. Danny Price has been charged in connection with the murders of two individuals in Clovis Wednesday morning. Price allegedly shot and killed Ricky Johnson and Kennedy Hope at two different locations. Both victims were rushed to the hospital but later died from their wounds. The suspect, Danny Price, has been charged with murder, tampering with evidence, felon in possession of a firearm, and resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. Price is currently being detained in the Curry County Adult Detention Center. The Three Rivers fire, located in the Lincoln National Forest that started Monday, is 13% contained. The cause of the fire is still undetermined. The recent cooler weather that brought rain and snow resulted in minimal fire growth Wednesday and Thursday, leaving the fire perimeter at an estimated 5,500 acres as of this morning. So far, no structures have been burned. Evacuations were lifted in the following areas: the Nogle Canyon area, Bonito Canyon area up to the Bonito Lake Dam, Church Mountain, Ranchman's Camp, Loma Grande, Cora Dutton, Magado Ski Apache, up to the Eagle Lakes Turn and Via Madonna. There are still multiple road closures, so you should avoid the areas of Bonito Canyon Road past the Bonito Lake Dam, Nogle Canyon Road past the Nogle Peak Trailhead, Three Rivers Trailhead and Campground, and the Monju Lookout at Sierra Vista. According to the New Mexico Fire Information website, nmfireinfo.com, it's expected the fire will become more active again as warmer weather returns on Saturday. Clovis High School announced in a Facebook post seniors are returning to remote learning as a preventative step to preserve from graduation ceremonies. The changes took into effect today and will last through graduation on May 23rd. The junior and senior prom has also been rescheduled for Saturday, May 8th. Underclassmen in grades 10 and 11 have been given the option of attending classes remotely May 3rd through 7th if they plan to attend prom. For more information, you can check out Clovis High School's Facebook page. Well, Scott, it was a pleasant surprise to see some rain this week. Unfortunately, it didn't really cool us down as much as we would like, especially with the drought we're in. So what kind of temperatures are we seeing right now?
You know, that's right, Landry. Like, that rain really did not cool us off
No.
at all. But fortunately, what we can be expecting if we take a look at some of our current temperatures, we can see that the majority of the temperatures have heated up to a pretty comfortable temperature. We have quite a bit of 60s as well as 70s on the board here. 77 in Gallup, 75 in Santa Fe, and 74 in Albuquerque. Even taking a look up to the northeast, we see 73 in Raton and 71 in Clayton. Looking down at the southeast, however, we see 69 in Clovis, 70 in Portales, and 64 down in Hobbs. And that is all the weather I have for you right now. Back to Landry at the desk.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham expects New Mexico to fully reopen by the end of June if the state reaches its goal of 60% of residents fully vaccinated by then. Right now, data shows 41% of New Mexicans 16 and older have been vaccinated. The governor is also updating the framework for counties to reopen. Effective today, April 30th, the guidelines used to determine a county's risk level will be no more than 10 COVID-19 cases per 100,000 residents, an average positivity rate less than or equal to 7.5%, and 35% or more of a county's population vaccinated. That percentage will increase 5% every other week as more vaccinations are completed. Counties that meet none of the criteria will be at the red level. Counties meeting 1 will be at the yellow level and 2 at the green level. And lastly, to meet the turquoise level, a county can either meet all 3 criteria or meet the green level for 2 consecutive map updates. Staying on the topic of New Mexico reopening, the state capitol has reopened to the general public. This comes after a year of being closed to the public. Legislators shifted last spring to mostly virtual as the pandemic started. Voting even took place remotely from outside the Capitol among members of the House of Representatives. The Capitol also was ringed by fencing and barricades, with troops on hand between January and March as a consequence of security concerns linked to the storming of the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Now the Capitol is finally returning to some normalcy. The Roosevelt County Road Department announced work on South Roosevelt Road 4 from SRRAG to SRRAI that began on Wednesday. This roadway is being enhanced to Caliche from dirt as part of the 2021 Local Government Road Fund projects. The project is expected to be completed within 3 weeks, weather permitting. Drivers are to drive slow and watch out for heavy equipment and personnel. If you have any questions, please contact the Road Department at 575-356-5942. Stay tuned for weather with Scott after the break, but first, here's a look at today's financial markets.
Welcome back, Eastern New Mexico. This is Scott Haas, and this is your full weather update. So, taking a look at our satellite and radar, we can see Texas is getting pelted with rain, and we can see it is moving down to the east as it is hitting states like Louisiana. What does that mean for New Mexico? Not a whole lot up north. We can see it's pretty dry, not even a sprinkle of showers. However, once we go down to the southeast, we can see that there's quite a bit of cloud accumulation as well as scattered rainstorms. We can expect these spots to be hitting spots like Roswell and Alamogordo. Now, if we take a look at our wind speeds from tonight until Sunday, we can see that as of right now, they're pretty mild, wind speeds of about 10, maybe even 5 miles per hour throughout the southwest. However, as we progress into Saturday around 6 p.m., we can see that the little bit more of the state is starting to fill up with some wind. We even have some 20 to 30 mile per hour wind coming in from Arizona. And once we fast forward to Sunday, we can see that we will be experiencing quite a bit of wind, 20 to 30 even spots of possibly 40 miles per hour of wind. So be on the lookout for that. Now let's jump into some of these current temperatures as we see 73 in Raton, 71 in Clayton, and 76 in Tucumcari. We'll also have 80 in Farmington, 77 in Gallup, and 74 in Albuquerque. And then taking a look down to the southeast, we can see 69 in Clovis, 70 in Portales, and 64 down in Hobbs. Moving on to tonight's lows, we can expect to see 43 in Raton, 51 in Clayton, and 56 in Santa Rosa. Moving to the southeast, we can expect to see 50 in Clovis, 53 in Portales, and 52 down in Hobbs. Now, fast forward to tomorrow's highs, we can expect to see a very hot 86 in Farmington, 83 in Gallup, and 83 as well in Santa Fe. Moving down to the southwest, 85 in TRC, 86 in Las Cruces, and 82 in Silver City. Moving to the southeast, 78 in Clovis, 79 in Portales, and 73 down in Hobbs. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast for the lovely city of Roswell, as we can expect to see 79 and sunny on Saturday, but man, it will be a lot warmer at 91 on Sunday, a little bit of wind, and we can expect cloud coverage for the majority of the week. Now moving on to the 7-day forecast for Portales, we can expect the same story, 79 on Saturday with a little bit of cloud, 89 on Sunday with some wind, and expect to see some rain on Monday.
Well, Scott, I guess I am looking forward to tomorrow's weather. I mean, almost 80 degrees, not really windy. Not looking forward to hot and windy on Sunday, but definitely looking forward to the Monday rain. We don't get it that often, so we need to cool down a little bit. But that is all the weather we have for you right now, but we'll be back at the desk after this break. President Joe Biden's first address to a joint session of Congress earlier this week.
We went to Afghanistan to get the terrorists who attacked us on 9/11. We degraded the terrorist threat of al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. And after 20 years of valor, and sacrifice, it's time to bring those troops home. I will not impose any tax increase on people making less than $400,000. But it's time for corporate America And the wealthiest 1% of Americans have just begun to pay their fair share. Let's raise the minimum wage to $15. We need to ensure greater equity and opportunity for women. And while we're doing this, let's get the Paycheck Fairness Act to my desk as well. Equal pay. They spent much too long.
Other key issues that President Biden hopes to tackle are police reform and climate change. During his address, the president announced a new $2 trillion program called the American Families Plan that would provide 2 years of free preschool and 2 free years of community college. The CDC gave the green light to resume use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. This comes after recommending a pause following 6 cases of a rare blood clot in combination with low platelet counts in women under the age of 50. Since then, 9 new cases have emerged. The CDC released a statement saying, "Women younger than 50 years old especially should be aware of the rare risk of blood clots with low platelets after vaccination, and that other COVID-19 vaccines are available where this risk has not been seen." New Mexico officials have resumed distribution of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Yesterday, I traveled to Bovina and I got the chance to speak with 2 women who have recently published their children's book. This is something that's been in the making for 15 years and it is finally a reality for them. Happiness can be hard to find for some of us.
Hillary walked day and night trying to find her happiness.
However, Delane Duffy, a teacher for the Bovina Independent School District, created Hillary the Hippo, who is relating to many kids and showing them how to find their own happiness.
And I taught school in Clovis, and I've seen some of the kids, how they struggled with depression and their own happiness and all the conflicts that students go through, so it just kind of came, I guess, from there.
Duffy wrote the story 15 years ago, but could never find anyone to illustrate it. That is until about 2 years ago.
I made the comment that I was an art major in college and that if she was interested, I would take a look at her books. I gave her a few sketches. She looked at them and said that was exactly what she was thinking about. That was in her mindset.
Durham also encouraged Duffy to persevere and get the story published.
Because I knew this was an awesome story. I knew it would relate to so many kids, and I didn't want her to give up on it.
Hillary the Hippo goes through a hard journey while trying to find her happiness.
Through her journey, she realizes that she cannot depend on others to make her happy, so she realizes that it's within herself and she has to find her own happiness.
This whole process has left both of them with quite the experience.
It's been incredible because this has been a dream, for 15 years, and seeing it actually come to realization, it's been amazing.
It doesn't feel real. It does feel surreal. I mean, when we went to Barnes & Noble the first time and actually seeing the book there and seeing my artwork on the cover was kind of, it's hard to explain the feeling I had.
The stories don't end here, as there are plans for Hillary the Hippo and even some new characters in the future.
We do actually have a book coming out this summer. It's Hillary the Hippo Goes to Preschool. So we have at least 2 or 3 more planned, but we do have one coming out this summer for sure. This is where happiness comes from, yourself. Be content in yourself, be happy with yourself, keep your music alive.
The happiest place on earth is finally open again. Disneyland in Anaheim, California held its grand opening today. Guests were welcomed back for the first time since the pandemic forced the theme park to close. The reopening comes as Disney teases of a new annual pass program for its California attraction. Disneyland also canceled its pass program back in January because of the pandemic. Thursday, the park's president announced a new program should be launched before the end of the year. For now, Disneyland is open at just 25% capacity due to state regulations. Park officials say enhanced physical distancing is also in place and masks are required for all guests. Well, Scott, right now you're our weather guy and you're reporting on the maps, but for the viewers that don't know, he's also one of our co-hosts for High School Spotlight on Sportslook.
That's right, Landry. I am one of the co-hosts for High School Spotlight along with Kiki. And recently on Saturday, we shot a basketball game between the Lady Buffs of Melrose and the Warriors of Gateway.
Yes, and it was actually a pretty close game, and it's really getting into crunch time for some of these local teams as state is quickly approaching. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll have those highlights right after this break.
Hey guys, it's Scott Hawes, and I'm here to bring you the highlights of the matchup between the Melrose Buffs and the Gateway Warriors. To start this game off, number 12 for the Warriors, Michaela Fox, is quickly double-teamed at half court. This pressure led to a turnover, and number 11, Gracie Odom, comes away with the easy fast break points, giving the Buffs the early advantage. Little give-and-go action here as number 23, MJ Stevens, delivers a pass to the post before getting it back and knocking down the long-range two. On this play, we see number 24, Taylor Higgins, blow past her defender and drive to the basket for the easy layup. After a battle at the board, Melrose secures the rebound, kicking it out to Odom, who hits on the three. We see Odom doing it all as she secures the steal. While driving to the basket, she is fouled but hits the shot anyways. On the following Buffs possession, number 13, Isabel Senna, surveys the floor before finding number 3, Haley Martin, who comes away with the easy bucket. It's Senna again here who draws the double team but quickly kicks it out to a wide open Martin, who finds the bottom of the net. After a failed Buffs attempt, number 33 for Gateway, Hannah Lilly, grabs the rebound and puts her name in the scoring column. Gateway is looking to get some momentum going as number 11, Avery Pirtle, comes away with the steal. As she drives to the lane, she hits the shot but is fouled. While at the line, she converts on the and one. On the final play of the first quarter, Senna throws up an ill-advised pass, however Martin bails her out, securing possession and knocking down the shot. At the end of the first quarter, the Buffs lead 20-13. On the first play of the second quarter, Melrose inbound turns into a turnover as number 31, Sarah Lilly, obtains the steal. Lilly finds Higgins, who races to the basket and hits the shot. Martin has the ball but quickly gives it up to Higgins, who continues to prove she has the hot hand. This time it's the Buffs' number 24, Angelina Sanchez, who delivers the bounce pass dime to Martin, who puts up the contested layup. With Gateway back in possession, Hannah Lilly drives to the paint before kicking out to a wide open number 5, Hannah Martin. This Melrose turnover results in a 2-on-1 fast break for the Warriors. Stevens realizes this and takes advantage of the number game and dishes to number 31, Sarah Lilly. Going into halftime, both teams are tied at 23. Coming out of halftime, Gateway's defense proves to be on one as they force another turnover. Once again, it's Stevens on the fast break who likes to keep it herself. Stevens looking like she has something to prove in this quarter as she continues her hot streak, knocking down the three-pointer. With a relatively quiet third quarter coming to an end, number 45, Peyton Nicholson, puts up his shot but is fouled on the attempt. This sent Nicholson to the line for 2 shots, converting on both free throws. Both teams tied at 28 apiece. Gateway comes out swinging to start the fourth as Higgins hits on the mid-range jumper. Odom called cookies on the Warriors' Fox, coming away with the steal. Odom sees an open lane to the basket and hits the shot before defenders arrive. After a series of passes, Sanchez finds Odom, who once again finds the basket, capping off an excellent scoring performance for this freshman. It's Sanchez again with possession for the Buffs. She surveys the floor before electing to take it herself, hitting the layup. With time winding down in the fourth, Hannah Lilly hits on the jumper, inching the Warriors just a little bit closer. On this play, the Warriors convert on one last shot. However, it's too little too late as the Buffs come away with the win. The final score of this game is Melrose Buffs 43, Gateway Christian 37.
As of right now, the Lady Buffs are seated second in their district, and they are approaching crunch time, like we said, as the New Mexico Activities Association. They're only bringing 8 spots to the state tournament, which occurs next week. But stay tuned, and we'll be back after this break. It's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day falls on April 30th every year. It helps raise awareness about the thousands of pets in need of forever homes. If you don't have space or time for a new pet, you can also recognize the day by volunteering or donating items or money to your local shelter. For more information, you can contact your local shelter or Humane Society. That is all the news we have for you tonight. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.